Summer is rodeo time in New Mexico, but Santa Fe archivist and author John Baxter reminds us that wasn't always the case. New Mexico, along with Texas and Arizona, banned rodeos a little over a century ago, but they were back in New Mexico by 1933. One of the smallest and most colorful in the Santa Fe area is the annual event in Galisteo. It's the labor of love of the Rudy Sena family. They've been doing it for 38 years, and it ran this past weekend. KSFR's Ellen Dupuy talked with some of the rough riders and not-so-tough riders who took part.
Avery Gonzalez and Shelby Baca, be ready.
What should I know if I'm a novice rodeo goer? What should I look for, and what do I need to know?
If you're a novice, you need to check out all the stock before you decide to get on.
And what do you like most? What event do you like the most?
The saddle broncs, bareback, and the bull riding.
And what do you think of the young ladies in the rodeo today?
The young ladies are a lot prettier than they were 50 years ago.
Kylie Novak.
And how old are you?
13.
And how do you train a horse to do a barrel race?
Yeah, well, you just practice and practice a lot.
Does it take a lot to learn how to do barrel racing?
It does, and a lot of strength too.
What about the horse? How much a part of it is the horse?
About probably 80% of it. It's a lot about them.
Was this your first ride?
Yes.
What's your name?
It wasn't my first ride, it was my last ride.
How is it out there on that sheep?
Good. Good. Yeah.
I'm Devin Seiler. I ride open bull riding.
Can you make a living riding bulls?
Yes, ma'am, you sure can. You sure can make a hell of a living, tell you the truth.
Linda and I, Assistant Chief of the Galisteo Volunteer Fire District.
Now, I see you have an ambulance here. Tell me, have you had many injuries with the rodeo?
Today we've had no injuries, so it's a good day. In the past we've had some critical injuries, usually with the bull riding and the bronc riding, but fortunately today we're doing good.
I am Jack Howard. I do whatever they need me to do. I'm an old man. I've been coming here for 25 years.
What do you know about rodeo?
Everything there is to know. I've been riding since 1962.
I've been doing this 18 years.
What's your name?
My name is Dawn Tarpley, and I'm from Socorro, New Mexico.
How did you get into this?
Oh, it is the funniest story, and it's funny you ask here at Galisteo because this was my very first rodeo. The Bacas had asked me to come up and help the announcer, who was their cousin at the time, in 1992. And I was helping him, and all of a sudden he says, I got to go to the bathroom. And I go, okay, go ahead. And he never came back. So that's how I got started announcing rodeos.
What are some of the most interesting experiences you've had at a rodeo?
The first thing that comes to mind is that one time at Red River, one of the bucking horses jumped over the fence right into the handicap section, and actually, by the grace of God, totally jumped over all the wheelchairs and went down the valley. And so we had to stop the rodeo and get all the cowboys together and go rope the bucking horse and bring him back up the arena. So that was one of the first things that I think of.
This is rodeo life. Is there anything I should know about it that maybe most people don't know about?
I think the most important thing to know is that it's based on the true Western tradition of ranch work. And so it's here for a reason and for a purpose. We're keeping it alive with rodeo, with sponsorship, and with audience participation. But basically, it's the working cowboy that keeps America going.
I'm Adrian Villa, and I'm 11 years old.
How did you get it? You said steer riding?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you get into something like that?
Well, my cousins, they're the ones that started me on it. My cousins are bull riders. Their names are Joe and Charles, and then Ribal. And then I have another cousin, Abe. He got me started too. So they pretty much helped me through it. My cousin Abe, he rides novice bulls and junior bulls. So,
is it hard to do?
Yes, ma'am. Especially when they do the belly roll or something like that. It gets unexpected and they hit you off to the side. So, but sometimes you can hook it off and you can at least get something on the side. Sometimes, like me, for my last rodeo, I had it on the side and just stayed there, and so I had a pretty good ride.
Now, what's a good tip for somebody getting into steer riding?
Hold on, sit up, and let it ride.
At the Galisteo Rodeo with KSFR's Ellen Dupuy.